Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Leezah's Lair. Thank you for visiting this YouTube channel, and please subscribe if you like the content on the channel. And if you're watching some of the older videos, you're more than welcome to put comments into the comment section no matter when that video was produced or uploaded. I'm happy to respond to your comments. So, since this is the very last month of the year, I want to say happy holidays, happy Christmas, happy Kwanzaa, happy Hanukkah, happy winter. Whatever you are celebrating this month, I hope you have a special memory of your celebration activities and the significance behind that. For those of you who are new in Second Life, my avatar's name is LeezahSmiles, and I still have a classic avatar in 2018, as you can see. But when the year started, I said I was interested in upgrading my avatar so that I don't look like a noob. My classic avatar was free. All the skins that I use on my avatar are either group gifts, hunt prices, or they're just freebies that I saw on the marketplace. If you know of any stores that have a free bento avatar, even if the store has a group gift fee, let me know because I would like to get a bento avatar, but I don't want to spend more than 500 lindens for it. So I realize that means that I will have to look for a store that actually gives one away as one of the group gifts, even if the store has a fee. So, comment below if you know of any stores out there that have a free bento avatar, and I will go to the store and check it out and check out the shape that comes with it and take a look and hopefully join the group and grab the group gift. My discussion topic for this video is actually a response video to the video by Emuna Zamani. It's titled Being Black in Second Life, and I have linked to that video in the description section below, so please check out the videos. And her discussion topic is in two parts, so watch both parts of the video if you have time. And I also want to give a shout out to Okami Aquila for her My Black Is video, and it was produced 5 years ago. But she made a video to describe how she wants to represent being black in Second Life, which I thought was very important, and it was just a very well done short video, so I want to give a shout out to her. Her channel still exists, and I'll link to that video as well. I'll put both of them in the description section. And this is such a provocative topic that Emuna Zamani decided to present on her channel, and I really want to give a shout out to her for putting content out there that a lot of people aren't talking about in Second Life. I think that conversations on race can get very explosive, and I think one reason is because people respond emotionally instead of intellectually. I think another reason is that people don't want to own up to their own bigotry, their own racial conditioning, which is different than bigotry, but I think people haven't spent enough time thinking about their racial conditioning, really examining it. And so when questions come up that have to do with race, I think people get defensive because they just don't want to say openly, look, I really haven't examined my racial conditioning and how that impacts what I think and even how I react in discussions. They don't want to say that. So I'll help you out, hopefully, with some ground rules that I think can be helpful when you're having conversations about race with people who don't have much experience with racial differences in their own personal lives, who don't really have any close friends or any family members who are different races, who've never been in an environment where there was a different race that was in the majority where they were living or working. Um, and so I think that, you know, that there's some ground rules that may be helpful. So the first ground rule I would say is don't enter the conversation if you don't have a real intention to learn from other people. If you're entering the conversation just to put your own point across, don't be in it. because I think those are the people that make discussions on race unproductive. And the second rule I'd say is don't tell anyone else how to feel. And don't tell anyone that what they feel has no validity, because obviously it has validity to them because they're talking about it. And I'd say the next rule would be, if you're ignorant about what's being discussed, say so. I already mentioned this at the beginning. It's totally okay to say, I really haven't spent much time examining my own racial conditioning. Don't know how to define it. Don't really know how to wrap my brain around it. That's fine to even say that. I would also say it's important to know that your experience doesn't have to be anyone else's. And I think sometimes people tend to discuss race. Sometimes when they're talking with other people of another race, they tend to generalize to give legitimacy to their own feelings or thoughts. They'll say, well, we feel this way, or we react this way, or we think this. And they're trying to act as though they have the right to be a spokesperson for everybody in their particular group, which none of us really can be a spokesperson for everyone in any particular group, because everybody in any group is an individual with their own experiences. Doesn't mean that some narratives aren't similar, some experiences aren't similar, but no one really can be the spokesperson saying, we think this, we feel this, we react this way, because this just wouldn't be accurate, even if you are a member of the group that you're speaking about. And so the other thing I would say is important, which would be rule number 5, is telling people, I didn't mean to offend you by saying this, or I didn't mean to offend you by doing this, really doesn't have much validity if you're really not going to change anything about what you're doing or saying or thinking going forward. I've already mentioned that since I've been in Second Life, I have not always used a brown skin, and it is very hard to find quality skins. And a lot of times I hear people saying, oh, there's lots of different brown skins. But darkening a skin that was designed for another hue really isn't, the design. If the designer's intention was not to create a brown skin, that skin probably is very poor quality, because when you just go and darken the skin and move the slider, you really haven't taken into account that different shading of skin has different types of contouring and different ways that the light reflects, and there's just so many other factors, so you really cannot create a skin for one hue and then just move a slider and say, okay, now I have this shade, now I have that shade. And that's what a lot of skin designers do. And then they put them for sale, and when they don't sell, they will probably often say things like, well, this skin really didn't sell. I don't think I'll put any more out there. But really, they never designed a brown skin to begin with, and that's one reason why it probably didn't sell very well. It just wasn't good quality. As far as having different treatment, when my avatar has a brown skin, I haven't noticed a difference in treatment, probably because I visit very few Sims, and because the people who I quote unquote know in Second Life know that my avatar is a freebie avatar, and that the skins that I get are group gifts, hunt prizes, freebies that I saw on the marketplace that I wanted to try. And so they never really think much about it, as far as I know, because it's never really been a big conversation topic. But I have heard other people say that they've been treated differently. So if they go to a nightclub or something like that and their avatar has on a brown skin, some of them have said that they have been treated differently than, when they have a different looking skin. So I can't speak to that experience, but I have heard that other people have seen a difference. This video was kind of the intro to the topic, so in my part 2, I'm going to discuss the difference between racial ignorance and racism. I want to discuss the difference between cosplay and blackface. So go to part 2, Comment below on what you think of the conversation so far and jump on over to part two, where I'll get into those other topics because I think that they're very important. And again, thank you so much for the YouTubers that I mentioned at the beginning of this video who dare to jump into this type of important conversation topic. Thank you for visiting Leezah's Lair. I hope you'll continue to visit, watch more videos, and comment on this video as well as some of the older videos as well. Thanks.